Daughter of Rains by Yvette Corporon is another historical fiction I really love for many reasons. One, it's such a beautiful story. It is told so well. So now I don't know how to explain it. There's a difference between having a beautiful story told not well or a bad story told well. Do you understand? So you can have a beautiful story and not tell it well, and it can be vice versa. But this one was a very beautiful story, and it follows three women. One was a prostitute, one was a picture bride. I did not know picture brides were a thing till I read this book, which is why I think it's solidified my love for historical fiction. And one was a motherless child. So let's get into it. Now, for some reason, I focused so much on the motherless child because she felt utterly devastated by the loss of her mother. So she used to imagine that an angel in the form of her mother was coming to visit her and comfort her and take care of her and all of that, which was a little... I understood where she was coming from, because sometimes what grief does is that it makes you have a mental picture where you feel like you're talking to the person you're addressing. You deep down, you know that all this thing is a lie, but you just have to do these things to keep yourself going. So that's what happened in this book. She had to do them to keep herself going, and with time it became a part of her personality that, oh, this is something she would like to really explore. So it just tied to her future occupation and everything was making sense. Now, why do I really love this character? I mentioned earlier that she was motherless, and what happened was her father remarried, but the woman he got married to, like, you know, when someone loves you so much and it fills you, there's a form of satisfaction that love gives. That's the way this woman loved her. This woman loved her. Her mother loved her. It was like, yes, you are motherless, but with us, you've gained two mothers. And I don't know why it feels like, I feel like tearing up when I remember that because this is someone that really had nobody, because her father, originally her father was one of a kind. But these women, they see, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but there's a way people will love you that it leaves no room for emptiness. Like, there is no doubt that these people love you. There is no single doubt, and that's how it was here. And it reminded me of the Igbo saying, you see, from Ginaya, where you tell someone I love you means I see you. I hope I got it correct, by the way. These people saw her. Like, she was in a state of distress, and she tried to look normal, you know. I mean, you have to be grown up sometimes. But they just took a look at her and they were like, baby girl, tell us what's going on. And she was like, at first she was very hesitant to speaking about it, but she did. And I was just puzzled, because when they say love sees, it sees you. And I know everybody's talking about romantic love, all that kind of thing, but like I said, I really love love, not necessarily the romantic love, but family love. Like, when people love you and they're like your friends, your family members, it is beautiful. It is so beautiful. And I really wish more people experience things like that. Now, other thing I'll talk about is how some people are so wicked. I mean, you read of some type of wickedness in books and you're like, wow. I mean, we talk about Nigerian men and their wickedness, especially when you read books like Tomorrow I Become a Woman, Middle Daughter, Ogadima, you know, books like that. But here, there is a different level of cruelty. It's like, it is thought through. Like, it's not just, oh, I want to be wicked to you kind of cruelty. It is the methodical and gradual meanness, like the kind of wickedness that you would have preferred being beaten, actually, to that kind of wickedness. Although eventually they still do beat, but do you get, it's so wicked how some men can be so manipulative, so full of badness, wickedness. That's just what I'm going to say. Another thing this book does is it shows beauty of love again, actually, another kind of love, not just family love, romantic love, and how age is just a number, really. I like that. Like, I really do like that age is just a number according to this book. Also, it shows that I made a post on my Instagram story a while back saying that Oh, one of the reasons why I really love Kung Fu Panda was that it was my motivational thing when I was in law school. So there's this scene where they ask Pooh, who are you? And he was like, I've been asking myself the same question. Am I the son of a panda or the son of a goose? Am I a student or a teacher? Turns out I'm all of it. I'm sorry for doing that to you guys, but yes. So what that says is everything that you are is what makes you you. So this young lady has been through a lot, and the fact that she was motherless, the fact that she was trying to appeal to her mom in some sort of way, that's what made her the person that she became eventually. And it felt like the sum of the events was the making of her. The sum of everything that had happened to her was what made her her. Another thing is the devastation of war. We often gloss over these things because we really did not pay attention to them. But in this story, we see real victims, and we see the kind of sacrifices some of them are forced to make because they do not have any other choice. You are forced to make decisions whether you should leave your family, whether you should, oh, this is not the right decision for you to make. You know that, but you do not have any other choice than that. I really like that. About the war, like just so many devastating things about wars. Yeah. Also, I mentioned picture brides briefly. Let me just explain what picture brides are. Picture brides were, there was a time where they would take pictures of young women and send them to some men. So what happens is that when they send these pictures to the men look through them and say, oh, this is the one I want to marry. Once the man sends his details, they send the picture and the place where they'll meet the man to the girl, and then the girl's family, they arrange for her to meet the man. So that was what was happening. So many of these women, if not all of them, had never met the man they were going to marry. And we see someone that it happened to here. We see the uncertainty, the fact like, gosh, I have to spend the rest of my life with this person. I don't even know this person. And we saw how different men acted, how first impression really does matter. Because some men took into consideration that, oh, my woman is coming from a faraway distance. Let me get her some flowers. And it was such a very thoughtful thing, and how he reflected on that this was going to be the kind of person this man is going to be. And that's all for me for today. Bye.